Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade Classic, and our Tauren Warrior playthrough. Today we are back in Tanarus. We have quite a few things that I want to finish up here, and a lot of them are kill quests, and that's good because we have the Ribbon Dance buff today, which is granting us 10% additional kill experience. The first thing we're going to do is come down to the Dune Mall compound and work on Brutes and Enforcers. And then we'll kind of go from here. We have a few different areas that we can be in. We are getting really close to hitting level 53, that's true. And once we do that, we'll be in a pretty good spot that if we want to go into Unguro Crater, we can do that. We have a couple of things that we could do over in Herbalism as well. But I think we're kind of... I mean, we're not done there. We have some things we can do. But maybe I'm done there for now. We could pick up these quests over here, Zap Giants and Fuel for Zapping, and we can come down here and do the Hippogriff music. So we'll probably work on that at some point, but I want to do some stuff here in Tanarus today. And then we'll probably continue to jump between Tanarus and Herbalism a couple more times, and then maybe level 54 or so we will go into Unguro Crater. That's probably going to get us to level 55 or so, and yeah, maybe then we can quest in Silithus for the last couple levels that we need. We'll see kind of how it goes. But I'm definitely feeling that they must have majorly reduced the amount of experience it takes to get from level 40 to level 60, because it's been a pretty smooth experience here on the Warrior, even though we've gotten hung up on a couple of quests in the hinterlands. Still, we've been making pretty good progress, so feeling pretty good about it. About 5 more levels, and we will be stepping through the dark portals, so yeah. For those of you who pay attention to WoW news or who care, the other day they did announce Dragonflight is expecting to come out by the end of the year 2022. So December 31st, 2022 or earlier is their current targeted release window for Dragonflight. So that was kind of unexpected. They also obviously opened up pre-orders. What I will say is don't pre-order the game right now. Do not pre-order the game. Sign up for beta. See if you eventually get into the beta. And wait for beta testing. Wait to see if the game is making the changes that you want it to make in order for you to want to come back to retail. Do not pre-order. That would be my advice. Because right now pre-ordering is not really getting you anything besides maybe a mount and some pets, depending on what version that you pre-order. Basically, they're just trying to lock your money in so that no matter how development goes or whatever, they already have your buy-in. Don't do that. Just wait. Don't plan to take time off in December to play the game. Just wait, because more than likely the target window is probably going to change. I'm actually really surprised that they're trying to get it out this year. I really thought it would be sometime in 2023, maybe in the first or second quarters of 2023. It's always possible that because they abandoned so much of Shadowlands development that they had a really big head start on working on content for Dragonflight. But then again, they didn't show us a lot at the reveal, and I feel like if they had a lot done, they would have at least shown us some gameplay of the zones or something like that. But maybe they're just trying to play it really close to their chest, and maybe they're a lot further along in development than we think they are, but they're just not really showing that off yet. We'll have to wait and see. With their release window, Alpha is going to have to start, external Alpha, is going to have to start within the next 2 or 3 weeks if they want to actually have a decent testing period that's even comparable with other expansions. We were hoping for a longer testing period than other expansions, seeing as the problems that Shadowlands had and the problems that BFA had. But I don't know if the problems with those games were that there wasn't a long testing period. I feel like the bigger problem with those games was that there was a testing period and Blizzard just didn't listen to anybody's feedback. They basically just shoved everybody's feedback into the bin and kept doing what they wanted to do. So it might not be important that we get a longer testing phase. As long as the testing phase we do get, they actually are willing to act on feedback and change core components of the game design, and not just belligerently stick to their guns. That would be good. But yeah, we should be seeing alpha soon. Beta should follow a couple months after that. So potentially an exciting time for those of us who are looking forward to a retail expansion that gets us back into Azeroth, revives the talent trees, and hopefully fixes a lot of modern day problems with the game. But yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath. Like I said, the release window just seems like they are trying to push it out as soon as they can. I don't really think that's the right move. And we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Thinking about a Dragonflight that comes out in December of 2022 makes me think that they're probably going to want to get Wrath out 2 or 3 months before that. You really don't want those launches to overlap at all. You want people to be able to go into one, to do the things that they want to do in it, to reach sort of a plateau, and then you want the next game to come out. So for me, what I would do is I would want Wrath to come out in September. That would give people September, October, November, and then at least part of December to play through Wrath, to do their raiding, to do what they want to do, and then I would have Dragonflight coming out, you know, middle to end of December. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. I don't know. The alternative is, and this seems really unrealistic, the alternative is we don't get Wrath for a long time. So the alternative is that we get Wrath way after Dragonflight releases, which I don't think they're gonna do because they're already talking about these fresh start servers. And I don't know if they'd be committing to plans like that if their plans were gonna be way off into the future. So yeah. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we see some beta action for Wrath of the Lich King pretty soon. And then, I don't know, I guess we would want to see pre-patch sometime in early August. Maybe a 4-week pre-patch in August and a release at the beginning of September. Gives people 4 or 5 months to enjoy Wrath of the Lich King before Dragonflight comes out. That's kind of what I'm thinking, slash hoping, but we'll just have to wait and see. I would like to get my hands on Wrath sooner rather than later. That's true. At least the pre-patch. I think it would be fine if they did like an 8-week pre-patch. I think that people, especially if they're opening up fresh start servers, I think if you open up fresh start servers and you give people an 8-week pre-patch, that would be really great. It would give even casual players a lot of time to level up. Keep in mind that leveling up a character in Wrath is a lot shorter of a journey than it is even in BC. So yeah, if you have 8 weeks, I mean, if you can't get to max level in 8 weeks, I mean, I kind of understand, but it is a lot of time, so. If you can't get to max level in 8 weeks, then you probably want to be starting now on a TBC server. Just to get whatever progress you can get now, and then get the rest of the progress once pre-patch hits. I forget the pre-patch events that happened with Wrath. Was it the undead invasions in various zones that would happen? Is that what the pre-patch event was? Where like the necropolises would show up and you'd have to fight some guys on the ground? Can't really recall. Hey, look at that. There's level 53. 5 levels to go, guys. 5 levels to go and we are going through the Dark Portal. I didn't put as many points into Improved Mortal Strike. I guess I kind of like got distracted by like other things. Like I accidentally put a bunch of points in Deflection, which I ought not to have done. And I might respec out of some of this stuff. Yeah, I just kind of like redid my spec really quickly and things that I enjoyed. But yeah, I didn't get the rest of Improved Mortal Strike, which might be why we feel a little bit weaker while doing that. So I think I'm gonna have to respec it. Been kind of just living with it for right now, but I might have to respec. We'll see. Okay, well, that's 10 out of 10 of those guys. I still need a few brutes, and we need Gormok the Ravager. I have no idea where he is. Maybe in the back of the cave. Pretty sure there's a cave over here. Maybe not a very deep one, but a cave nonetheless. Yeah, he's in the little cave here, but he is completely dead at the moment. So, yeah, we're just going to run around out here. We'll see if we can find the rest of the brutes that we need. I see a lot of warlocks up. Right now, we're just going to kind of fight anything that we see, because I want to use as much of this experience buff as I possibly can here. We don't have a lot of rested XP, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I've been kind of pushing pretty hard on the warrior. I do want to get this character into Outland. I want to start doing stuff there. And just kind of getting ready for Wrath. Feeling like it's going to be coming soon. Oh, good. Great. A level 70 Undead Warlock. Just one-shotting everything. No wonder we can't find the guys that we need. That's absolutely great. Totally amazing. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, I want to get this character prepped for Wrath. I want to be able to get him to 70, maybe have some time to do some heroic dungeons, and have fun with that. But mainly just getting him ready to go into Wrath of the Lich King. Now, during the pre-patch, I am going to go onto one of the fresh start servers. I want to level up a Paladin with the Paladin changes that we got in Wrath that are going to make the class actually enjoyable for me to play. So that's kind of the plan there. It's going to be a Blood Elf. Yep, I'm not going to go Alliance. I've learned a lot about myself this past year, and a lot of what I learned about myself is that I'm not really much of an Alliance player. I like some of the stories that are told on the Alliance side, don't get me wrong. The lore and the storytelling are good. I don't really like the flow of the zones. There are other things I don't really care for, so I'm just going to stick to what I love. And I have traditionally just been a Horde player, so that's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, we'll be doing a Blood Elf Paladin with all the Wrath class changes during the pre-patch. They're going to be really exciting. Also going to be doing a Death Knight. The Death Knight might be Alliance. That's kind of like the concession that I make, is like, yeah, sure, the Death Knight, we're going to skip that early level Alliance questing that I don't like at all. So yeah, with the Death Knight, maybe we'll make that our Alliance character. Because I do want to see the Alliance storylines in Wrath. I want to be able to read all those quests and experience the lore from both sides, both factions. So I do want to make sure that our warrior is pretty much squared away, so that when we get to that point, I'll have the bandwidth to do both the Paladin playthrough on our fresh start server and the probably a human Death Knight, I guess. I'm assuming, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm assuming, so the requirement to have a Death Knight is that you have a level 55 character. I'm assuming if I have a level 55 Horde character that I can still make an Alliance Death Knight on the same server. That might not work though with the server population, so maybe I'll really have to rethink that. Maybe I'll really have to rethink that, because sure, like, yeah, maybe I could roll up a human paladin here, a Mankrik, but that character's not going to get to do a lot, is he? He is not going to get to do a lot, because, yeah, this is a Horde. This is a Horde server, so we'll have to see how it goes. I really do want to have a Death Knight, though. That's something that is going to happen one way or another. Whether it's Horde or Alliance, I guess is still kind of yet to be determined, but I know that it almost makes more sense to make the fresh start character on the Alliance side. I just don't know that I want to, guys. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know that I want to do that to myself. It would be faster, so maybe some of the problems I have with Alliance questing would be eased by the fact that, like, it's not going to take as much experience to get to level. Yeah, we could do like the classic human paladin. That's something we could do. It's not an awful idea. I'll have to look up exactly how much faster leveling is in Wrath. I'm gonna look up the percentages and see like what the percentage increase is over experience gains in TBC. On Alliance characters, I typically get to like Duskwood, just finishing up Duskwood but not quite ready to go into Stranglethorn, and then I have no idea where the hell an Alliance character should go next. I'm not as good at zone hopping on the Alliance side as I am on the Horde side for some reason. I just never really wrap my head around jumping back to different zones. But in Wrath, we might not have to do any zone hopping. I think finally the experience gains probably get to a point where we don't have to worry about zone hopping as much. I would say if they had left the looking for group finder in the game, like it should be in the game, then I'd say there would be no problem, because worst case scenario, we can just queue up as a tank and do a bunch of dungeons to get the level, if we're like missing a couple levels here and there. But, you know, without them actually putting the tool in the game that was in the game originally, we're not going to have free access just to queue up and get into runs like I would want to do. So, I mean, as a tank, we'll still be able to find groups, but not quite the same as, like, being able to use the group finder, queue up for the group, get the bonus experience at the end of the run, stuff like that. That really helps speed you along. I know we don't need any more of these guys. I'm waiting for the named guy to respawn. I haven't... His body's gone, so he should be back up any second, but... Yep, switches to Fury, kills one of the guys. Doesn't need to be in Fury stance anymore. Yeah, see, I noticed this slow timer on Mortal Strike. That's what I kind of realized that, hey, yeah, I did not put the proper points into improved Mortal Strike. So I need to fix that, for sure. I definitely don't need all those points in deflection. I just wasn't thinking very clearly when I respect. I respect kind of in haste. And I should have realized that I ended up with a bunch more points than I should have had. I mean, don't get me wrong, the deflection is nice, but no, I need 3 of those points to be moved down here. Alright, here we go. Look, the only thing really scary about playing Alliance on a fresh start server is the fact that I don't think a lot of people play Alliance, so ending up on a server that is mostly Alliance or some kind of balance, it's gonna be a roll of the dice, and I am not that lucky. So odds are, like, I pick a server, I roll Alliance, and then it ends up it's a Horde server, and then I have to wait 90 days to transfer off of it, and then I have to pay Blizzard money because of the problems that they create by having 2 different factions. So yeah, they're gonna sell me the solution to a problem that they created that they are incapable of managing themselves. It's really easy, in my mind, to deal with server balance. You literally just tell players at the point when they can't make that character on that server anymore. If you're getting to a point where your server is 70-30, and 70% one faction, 30% the other, and someone goes to make a character of the faction that has 70% population, the game should just tell them no. No, you can't make this Horde character here. You need to pick a different server. And that's the only way to do it. You literally have to have things built into the game to stop people from creating too many characters of one faction on a server. And to do that, you have to tell players no. And if you're not willing to do that, you're never going to assure that you're going to get any kind of reasonable balance. You're always going to be imbalanced. For most of, you're going to have those rare servers. I think there's one on the US side and one in the EU where the balance is pretty much perfect, right? But the queue time to log into that server during peak hours is horrendous. So yeah, you can get onto a server that has good balance, but you're going to have to wait to play, which doesn't really work for people that only have an hour or so a day when they have to sit in an hour and a half queue just to play the game on a balanced server. So that's kind of my worry. Unless they implement some kind of thing like that, they're never going to solve for server balance. Fresh start servers are not going to be the solution to that problem, because then you're going to have entire guilds and communities of people that say, hey, we're all this faction, we're all going on this server. If that's a big community, then that's the balance that that server is going to have, whatever faction that community chooses to play. So those are some worries, but yeah, I guess ultimately it does make more sense for my Death Knight to be Horde and be on Mancrick with the Warrior. And then for the Fresh Start server, it would make sense to do Alliance. Let me know what you guys think. What are your plans? Are you guys planning to check out the Fresh Start servers? Is that something that interests people, or are you guys liking the idea of the Fresh Start servers? Are they just something that's kind of annoying? Do you just plan to stay on your TBC server as that moves from TBC into Wrath and just play the character that you have? Which is what I would recommend most people do. If you're on a server that you like I really like Mancrick, okay? I love being on a server that's mostly Horde when I am Horde. I don't PvP, so I don't really care about faction balance. What I do care about is that there are players on my faction who want to do the content that I want to do. And in this game right now, the way you assure that is by being on a server that's skewed towards your faction. These parts started to have a decent drop rate, and then the drop rate kind of just went poof. Realizing also that I did not set my Hearthstone here, which isn't a big deal. It's not a really big zone, so... And I do think that until I get this character into Outland, I'm probably going to be focusing my WoW playthroughs on this character. So I'll try to do like questing videos and dungeon videos to kind of keep it different. There's a couple dungeons I want to try out that I haven't really played. Dire Maul. I don't think I've done a single Dire Maul run at all, period, ever. Not till much later. Like, by Wrath, I had done some Dire Maul. Well, maybe not Wrath. Whenever it was that they actually split Dire Maul up into its different parts. So maybe by the end of Wrath with the Dungeon Finder. But I don't think I've ever done a TBC Dire Maul run. Maybe there's a good reason why. I kind of remember Dire Maul a little bit. I know there are different sides of it. And that usually a group will either do one side or the other. But yeah, I'd like to do a Dire Maul run. Blackrock, I don't really like Blackrock. I've been contemplating maybe going in there once, just experimentally. I feel about the Blackrock the way I feel about Maraudon, which is that it's very confusing. Even though I've done it multiple times, I still have no idea where to go, or really how to even begin once we walk in the front door. Which is a hard position to be in as a tank. It's not like a very comfortable position, even if when you tell other people in the group like, hey, don't really know my way around. People are usually like okay with that. It's just not comfortable to me. If I thought I was learning those dungeons as I did it, then I'd be fine, but I've been through them. I've been through Blackrock multiple times and I still have no idea. So, but yeah, I'll try to do some more dungeons, but then again, we are getting to the point where, you know, we're basically just kind of pushing to get into Outland. We're going to do tons of dungeons once we get into Outland. Because I know all those dungeons. I still remember most of the pulls and how they have to be pulled on Heroic. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll have time to do some Heroic stuff. Depending on the timeline for Wrath pre-patch, we'll have to just kind of wait and see. But thinking that we'll be able to. Yeah, these parts have just stopped dropping, haven't they? It's been pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know if AoEing like this without sweeping strikes is very useful. It doesn't really seem to be. People always tell me to use Cleave and to, like, use Whirlwind and stuff, but I'm not really seeing that it helps a lot. I probably could have killed those guys faster had I just focused on single targeting them. And yeah, now we are going to have to heal up a little bit here. Just a very, very bad drop rate here. What do we have down here? We have Thistle Shrub Valley. We need Root Shapers. We need to find a Ladin Dew Gland. I'd like to get both of these done today, but the way the drop rate's going here, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Hey, there we go. There's a third part. How many we had to kill to get that, I have kind of lost track. But it's been a few, yeah. They are dodging. We are missing. Lots of unfortunate things are happening. Let's go back to our two-handed axe here for a little bit and see how... Oh, hi. Oops. We had to just look at him and he fell over. That was good. Okay, we did get a 4th item there, so we only need 1 more. Hey, look at that. We went for a long time without getting any. And then we just got the rest of what we needed, so I'll take it. Pretty awesome. Alright, let's head further to the south here. We'll go into Thistle Shrub Valley. And anyway, I meant to say, like, I am going to continue playing the Shaman. We will continue with our Shaman playthrough. I want to get the Warrior through the Dark Portal first. And until then, I'm just going to try to focus that. And then we'll be back on with the Shaman, and we should be able to get him leveled up pretty quickly. Will it be in time for pre-patch? That I don't know. It could be that pre-patch will hit while we're still leveling the Shaman. That'll just benefit us. It'll make the journey into Outland at least a little bit quicker. But fear not, the Shaman has not been forgotten. There's like an escort quest back here for a turtle that we may or may not do it. Depends on if we find the guy and where we're at with the kill quest. We need 8 and 8 thistle shrubs and root shapers. And then we need to find a laden dew gland, which none of the guys we need for the kill quest drop. So that's a little weird. I guess there's a specific type of these guys that will drop it. So the dew collectors are going to be the ones that we have a chance to get the item off of. I hate executing when I have all this rage and just kind of like wasting it, so I'm purposely not executing just to hang on to my rage. There's the turtle. We'll just kind of run around this area and keep an eye on him, and maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. I'm kind of undecided. I don't think it's a long, you know what, maybe it is a long escort quest. Do we have to escort this guy all the way back to Steamweedle Port? Is that what I'm remembering? Am I remembering that correctly? That would be a little bit crazy. I hope that's not true. We'll be able to see when we take the quest. It'll have the little magnifying glass on the map where it ends. So we'll kind of eyeball that. If it is all the way back there, I don't know if we'll do it. It's kind of a ways. Really like for the item to drop, that way we don't have to worry about these guys anymore, but so far it's been a, you know, low drop rate, as you could assume for a quest where you only need one item. The drop rate is gonna suck. And there we go. All I gotta do is complain about it a little bit, whine about it some, and then we get the item. Perfect. Can't carry any more of those items yet. We don't need any more of those. So what do we need? We need 2 of each. Should be pretty easy to find. Unless we've killed everything, that is. Which, looking around, is sort of what it looks like. Okay, that's it for root shapers. Now we just need one more gnarled thistle shrub. And I'm proud of myself. I haven't stumbled over that word a single time today. I shouldn't jinx it, I guess. Okay, if we could find one more, then we'll talk to Tonga and see what his quest entails. We'll see how far he wants us to go exactly to escort him. Well, looks like we have the... Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay, let's go have a look at this escort quest. I'm so lost. My wife, Torta, sent me out to fetch dinner and I must have taken a wrong turn. Okay. And let's take a look. Yeah, guys, he wants us to escort him all the way back over there. Sorry, Tonga, whatever your name is. We won't be doing that today. What's going on over here in Steamweedle Post? This is a dungeon in the Burning Steppes. That's something else. Huh. Oh, this is a cactus. Perfect. Yeah, let's get back and turn this stuff in, and yeah, that's a completed quest log right there. It's I like the look of this. Everything is done. Can go back and turn it all in and see if it chains into anything else we want to do. This I'm not sure about, to go to Tauren Mill and turn this in. I mean, I guess we could. It's not going to be worth a lot of experience now at this point. And then other than that, we just have a few quests in Herbalism. We have the 2 we can pick up from the goblin by the water. So we'll probably do all this next. Depending on what this stuff chains into, I don't know if this is going to chain or not. By the time we do finish up in Herbalism, we'll probably be level 54. And at that point, I think it would be perfectly okay for us to go into Ungoro. We won't be like a higher level than a lot of the stuff there, so... You know, things might hit a little harder, we might take a little bit more time to kill stuff, but we're obviously exceptionally geared out still, so... Should not be a big deal. And then I really want to go into Silithus. I'm just kind of worried still that there's maybe not a lot to do there. Yeah, this is the seasonal stuff. This is level 60. Ooh, okay, well we won't be doing any level 60 quest in Silithus, for sure. But yeah, we'll see. We still have Winter Spring we could do. I don't know if like Fellwood might be off the table at this point. Fellwood, oh no, Fellwood is almost exactly where we would want to, oh we have a quest in Fellwood as well. Maybe we can go do some stuff in Fellwood. Yeah, I don't see why not. And then Winter Spring also, we're ready for Winter Spring. We can do anything anywhere at this point. We have so many options of where we can quest. I don't really like Fellwood very much because it's a lot of north-south running. You're just kind of running, I feel like, back and forth, up and down the zone. So maybe we'll check some things out there, but I feel like I would probably rather go into Winter Spring than to spend a lot of time in Fellwood, so we'll see. But yeah, Winter Spring I would not mind revisiting. I like it, it's kind of more open. And yeah, that could be good, and then Winter Spring will probably get us to 58. If we do some Ungoro stuff, and some Winter Spring stuff, that should get us there.
Money, friend! Hurry back!
My, you're a tall one. Right.
Talk to me.
We'll take Super Sticky. This is our Ungoro quest, so yeah, it's at level 54. We'll just take that now so that we have it in our log.
Time is money, friend.
Collect violet Tregons. What are those? There's nothing that we're collecting here. Where are we collecting these? When I was a kid, my sister used to do all the cooking. It was horrible. I could barely stomach some of her concoctions until I found what I like to call my secret ingredient. Add it to anything and wow, it tastes great. What is it, you ask? It's a mushroom called the violet tragon. If you want me to help turn this horrid tasting brew into something edible, head to the hinterlands. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going back to the hinterlands. That's the only thing. I think I'm done with the hinterlands. It was fun, but now it's over.
Have a good one.
And yeah, guys, I think that's also going to finish up most of what we're going to be doing here in Tannerus as well. So the next stuff we'll do is we'll finish up what we have in Feralus. And then we'll go into Ungoro for a bit. And then we'll go to Winterspring for a bit. And then we'll be going through the Dark Portal for a while. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. Let me know what you think about that, or about Fresh Start servers, or about Dragonflight releasing in 6 months, or about anything else. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and for all the support on this series. This has been the most fun I've had on a character in Classic. So I am really excited to keep going. I'm really excited to get this warrior into Outland, be able to do all that content, be able to get into a lot of the dungeons that I truly love. So yeah, thank you guys for being here for it. If you weren't here, I wouldn't get to be here. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Everybody take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.